In this video, I'm revealing the 5 metabolic shifts that finally forced my body to release menopausal belly fat, and the reason I realized that just eating less was actually making things worse. I'm counting down from 5 to the number 1 that acts as the fat-burning machine for your entire metabolism. But here's what I learned. These steps are a sequence. If you try step 5 and 4 but ignore the rest, you're pushing a shopping cart with a bad wheel. Follow the map and the signals finally align. And tell me in the comments your age, where you're from, and what's frustrating you most. I read every single one and reply with real advice. This is my client, Chloe. Stay with me until the end. I'll reveal her transformation and you'll have the complete roadmap to get the same result. All right, starting with number 5, because this one makes everything else easier. Strength training, twice a week. And I don't mean you need to become a gym person or start deadlifting your body weight. I mean simple compound movements, squats, rows, presses, using body weight or a backpack. 10 to 20 minutes, that's it. Research indicates a strong correlation between resistance loading and the preservation of bone density and metabolic rate in postmenopausal women. Here's why this matters so much in menopause. The thing most people miss is that fat loss in midlife isn't just about burning calories. It's about giving your body a reason to stop clinging to fuel. And muscle is that reason. Muscle is like a storage tank and a sponge at the same time. When you have more of it, you can pull glucose out of your blood and store it in muscle as glycogen with less insulin. That's the game. And the research consistently shows resistance training improves insulin sensitivity and body composition, especially when the goal is preserving or rebuilding lean mass as hormones shift. But menopause makes this harder because you lose muscle faster if you don't fight for it. So you can be eating the same, walking the same, even dieting harder. But if you're quietly losing muscle, your metabolism feels like it's downshifting. And then you blame yourself. Don't. I remember when I first started hearing women say, I swear I'm eating less and gaining more. And I'll be honest, part of me used to think they were underestimating their food. Then I started looking at what was actually happening. Sleep getting worse, stress higher, less protein, less strength work, more cardio, and it clicked. Actually, wait, that's not quite right. It's more like their body wasn't broken, it just stopped responding to the old inputs. So we changed the inputs. So what do? We keep it stupid simple. 2 days per week, full body, 3 movements, chair squats or sit to stands, a row, and overhead press. Why those? Because they hit the biggest muscle groups with the least complexity. And compound movements are efficient. More muscle involved, more signal to your body that it needs to keep that muscle. Here's a beginner circuit you can do at home. Movement 1, chair squats. Sit down on a chair, stand up. That's it. If it's too easy, hold a backpack to your chest. If it's too hard, use your hands on the chair to help a little. Do 3 sets of 8 to 12. Movement 2, rows. If you have a band, do band rows. If you don't, use a backpack. Hinge slightly at the hips, pull the backpack toward your ribs, squeeze your shoulder blades back like you're trying to pinch a pencil between them. Do 3 sets of 8 to 12. Movement 3, overhead press. 2 light dumbbells or a backpack held at chest level, press overhead, then bring it back down slow. If shoulders are cranky, keep the press slightly in front of your face, not way behind your head. Do 3 sets of 6 to 10. Now, right now, you're probably thinking, Claudia, that sounds too easy. Good, because easy is repeatable, and repeatable is what changes your body. The reason this works is because you're not chasing soreness, you're chasing a signal. The signal is keep muscle, use glucose better, store less as fat. Studies show you don't need marathon workouts to get that signal. You need consistency and progressive overload over time. And progressive overload doesn't mean you have to add weight every week. Here's the progression ladder in order. First, add reps. So if you're doing 8, work up to 12. Then add a set. So go from 2 sets to 3. Then add load. Put more books in the backpack. Then slow the tempo. 3 seconds down, 1 second up. That burns in a good way without wrecking your joints. 2 days a week is enough for most women to see changes, especially when menopause made you feel soft or like your shape changed overnight. Because once you stop losing muscle, your body starts looking different even before the scale moves. Now listen to me. What I'm about to tell you is very important. Every time I tell my clients what they need to do or fix, I hear excuses or different reasons to give up. The map I showed you is the key to your success, but first, there are barriers we must break through to reach our destiny to become more feminine, fit, and healthy again, because your future may depend on it. Now let's destroy these barriers. Stay with me until we reach our destiny. What's probably popping into your head right now, because it's exactly what my clients tell me. Problem 1, the everything hurts barrier. I hear it all the time. Claudia, I want to do the squats, but my knees are screaming just walking down the stairs. How am I supposed to add weight when my joints already feel like they're 80 years old? It's a valid fear. When estrogen drops, our joints can lose lubrication and feel stiff or crunchy. The solution? You don't fight the pain, you work around it. If a floor squat hurts, we do a box squat. Literally sitting down on a high chair and standing back up. It limits the range of motion but still fires the muscle. If your shoulders are cranky, we don't press way overhead, we keep the weight slightly in front of us. We aren't trying to win a weightlifting title, we are just sending a maintenance signal to your muscle. Problem 2, the menopause fatigue wall. You might be thinking, I'm so wiped out by 4 p.m. that even 10 minutes feels like climbing Everest. I don't have the push left in me. We've been told for years that a real workout has to be an hour of sweat and pain. In menopause, that mindset is a trap. The solution? When you're in that fatigue hole, we use the minimum effective dose. You don't need a pre-workout drink or a gym. You do 1 set, just 1. Often, once you do 5 chair squats, the motion creates emotion and you finish the rest. But if you don't, that 1 set still told your body to keep its muscle. That's a win. Now let's talk about common mistakes. Don't do these. 1, random workouts. You do a class here, a YouTube video there, nothing repeats, so nothing progresses. Pick the 3 moves and repeat them. 2, too much cardio and no strength. Walking is great, we're going to use it, but if all you do is burn calories, you can end up losing more muscle, and that backfires. 3, going to failure every single set. If every workout wipes you out, you won't keep doing it. Leave 1 or 2 reps in the tank most of the time. 4, ignoring recovery. Menopause plus stress plus poor sleep plus hard workouts can crank cortisol. So keep strength training short and focused, and then recover like it's part of the plan, because it is. Quick win you can try today? Do just 1 round, chair squats, rows, overhead press, 1 set each, 10 minutes. You're not proving anything, you're practicing. And once you give your body a reason to keep muscle, the next steps, meal timing, walking, even fasting, work better because you're not fighting your own metabolism anymore. Before number 4, I just want to say, behind every video is a ton of effort, and the best reward is knowing you enjoyed it. By liking and commenting, you give me the motivation to keep creating more content. Thank you. Now number 4. This is the one people either overdo or they're scared of for no reason. A weekly 24-hour fast. And before you click off, this isn't starvation, and it's not do this every day. It's 1 day a week once you've already started the first habits like strength training and walking. Because if you jump into fasting while you're still snacking all day and sleeping badly, you're gonna feel miserable and you'll blame fasting. It's not the fast, it's the setup. Studies indicate a strong correlation between nocturnal insulin levels and the suppression of human growth hormone release. Here's the why. A lot of menopause weight gain is really metabolic resistance. Your body's not handling glucose the same. Insulin tends to run higher, cravings get louder, and you feel like you can't get ahead. A 24-hour fast gives insulin an actual low point during the week, not just a little less food, but a clean break. And when insulin drops, your body finally gets a window where it can access stored fuel more easily. Now, science also talks about a cellular cleanup process called autophagy increasing during longer fasts. Think of it like your cells doing a deep clean. Less clutter, better function. That's not a promise that you'll lose 10 pounds overnight. It's just one of the reasons people feel mentally clearer and less inflamed when they do this correctly. And there's another piece people love to talk about: growth hormone. The research that gets mentioned a lot shows growth hormone rises during fasting. The exact percentage depends on the study and the population, and I'm not going to play the numbers game with you. What matters is the direction. Fasting tends to increase growth hormone, which helps preserve lean mass while you're not eating. That's one reason this pairs so well with step number 5, because we're telling your body, keep muscle, even while you're in a fasted window. So what's the what? 1 24-hour water fast per week. That's it. Pick a style that fits your life. Dinner to dinner is the simplest. You eat dinner, you stop, you wake up the next day and just don't eat until dinner again. You still drink water, and you can use unflavored electrolytes. Black coffee or plain tea earlier in the day is fine if you tolerate it and it doesn't spike cravings. Now, right now, you're probably thinking, Claudia, I'm going to be shaky and angry. I get it. Most women don't fail fasting because of willpower. They fail because of low electrolytes, low protein the day before, or they picked the wrong day. Here's the how, the simple version. Choose a lower stress day for your first few fasts. Don't do your hardest workout that day. Keep movement gentle. Do your after-meal walks on the days you eat, and on the fast day, just get steps in. Hydrate like it's your job, and salt your water or use electrolytes. A lot of hunger is really your body saying, hey, where'd the sodium go? And when you break the fast, this is the mistake that ruins everything. Don't break it with a sugar hit. Don't do the I earned dessert thing. Break it with a protein-forward meal, some fiber, and a little fat. You want calm blood sugar, not a roller coaster. Quick example: eggs and veggies, Greek yogurt with berries and chia, chicken salad, tofu stir-fry. Whatever fits you, just make protein the anchor. Limitations and safety, quick but important. If you're pregnant, have a history of eating disorders, or you're diabetic or on glucose-lowering medication, don't freestyle this. Talk to your clinician first. Fasting is a tool, not a badge. Common mistakes? Stacking hard workouts on fast day, undersalting, and then binging at night because you deserve it. Also, doing it every day. Weekly is the move. It's a reset, not a lifestyle. Try it for 2 weeks and track 2 things: morning hunger and evening cravings. That's where you'll feel it first. Remember Chloe? I need you to keep watching because I'm about to show you her after photo. And now, this is where it gets weird in a good way, because fasting works way better when your meals stop spiking you all night. That's number 3. Number 3 is the night cutoff. And I know this one feels annoying because nighttime is when you finally get a second to breathe. A 2022 Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine study shows shortened sleep duration and poor metabolic timing are strongly correlated with the rapid accumulation of visceral fat. But hear me out. If you're eating close to bed in menopause, you're basically trying to handle traffic during rush hour with half the stoplights turned off. Your body's just not as good at clearing glucose later in the day. And the research on circadian rhythm and metabolism consistently shows insulin sensitivity is lower in the evening compared to earlier hours. Same food, different time, different response. So when you eat late, you tend to get a higher blood sugar rise, more insulin, and then you wake up the next morning feeling puffy, hungrier than you should be. And you're like, why am I starving? I slept. Yeah, you slept, but your body was doing overnight dishes instead of repair work. This clicked for me when I started noticing a pattern with women I was working with. They do healthy all day, then dinner ran late, then there's a little something sweet, maybe wine, maybe yogurt and granola, and they'd wake up feeling like they got hit by a truck, and they assumed it was just menopause. Actually, wait, that's not quite right. It's more like menopause magnifies the late night eating effect. But I know the two real-world moments where this rule usually falls apart. Problem 1, the secondhand snacking trap. You're committed to the cutoff, but then your partner sits down next to you on the couch with a bag of chips or a bowl of popcorn. When our hormones are shifting, our brains are already hunting for a dopamine hit, and watching someone else eat makes it feel like you're being punished for trying to be healthy. The solution: you need a hands-busy ritual. Instead of sitting there empty-handed, use that time for a luxury hand cream or a hobby like knitting or even a puzzle. If your hands are occupied and smell of lavender or lemon instead of salt, the psychological urge to join in on the snacking loses its power. Problem 2, the leftover larceny habit. This is the invisible eating that happens while you're packing tomorrow's lunches or clearing the dinner table. You tidy up the last 3 bites of pasta or a stray slice of cheese so it doesn't go to waste. You don't even think of it as a meal, but your insulin registers every single crumb. The solution is the scent shift. The moment dinner is over, spray a strong, minty countertop cleaner or light a specific non-food scented candle. That change in the air acts as a physiological off switch for your brain. It signals that the kitchen has transitioned from a feeding zone to a clean zone, making the leftovers look like chores, not treats. Science also ties late eating to worse sleep quality for a lot of people. And sleep isn't just rest, sleep is metabolic control. When sleep gets lighter and more broken, which is common in perimenopause and menopause, your hunger hormones and cravings tend to get louder the next day. So late eating becomes this loop. Eat late, sleep worse, crave more, snack more, gain faster. So here's the rule. Pick your bedtime. Count back 3 hours. That's your last bite. No loopholes. If you go to bed at 11, your kitchen closes at 8. If bedtime's 10, last bite by 7. And yes, that includes just a little handful of nuts or just some dark chocolate, because the thing most people miss is that it's not about calories at night. It's about the signal you're sending. Digestion on, insulin up, storage mode. Now, right now, you're probably thinking, but I'm genuinely hungry at night. I get it. 2 reasons that happens. 1, you didn't eat enough protein earlier. We'll fix that in number 1. 2, your brain is used to nighttime food as comfort, not because you're weak, because your day was stressful and food is a fast off switch. So we give you a new off switch. Here's the how. Set a hard, kitchen-closed routine. Brush your teeth, do herbal tea, do something that tells your brain we're done. And if you need a bridge, make it non-caloric. Sparkling water, cinnamon tea, plain electrolytes. And avoid the 2 biggest sabotage moves. Alcohol as a sleep tool and caffeine too late. Both can mess with sleep architecture, and when sleep suffers, appetite control suffers. It's a domino effect. Quick win. Do this for 7 nights and track 2 things in the morning: hunger level and face waist puffiness. Most women notice a change fast, even before weight drops, because inflammation and water retention calm down. And once the night cutoff is locked in, number 2 becomes stupid effective because your meals stop turning into a blood sugar roller coaster. Now, number 2. And this one is almost annoying because it's so simple, you're going to want to roll your eyes. Walk after meals. Not hit the gym later, not get your steps sometime. I mean, right after you eat, you stand up and you move your body for 10 minutes. Here's why this matters so much in menopause. A lot of what feels like I'm gaining weight from air is really you getting stuck in a blood sugar loop. You eat, your blood sugar rises, insulin rises to deal with it, then you crash. And the crash feels like fatigue, cravings, anxiety, and this weird urge to snack even if you ate a normal meal. Menopause doesn't create that loop, but it makes it louder. The thing most people miss is your muscles can pull glucose out of your blood without needing as much insulin when you contract them. That's basic physiology. And studies on post-meal activity consistently show that light movement after eating reduces the post-meal glucose spike compared to sitting. So you're not burning off the meal, you're changing what happens to the meal. And that's the difference. I remember when I first tested this with women who were doing everything else right, and the scale was just rude. We didn't change their food yet. We didn't add fasting yet. We just added a 10-minute walk after dinner, and within days they were telling me, "Why am I less puffy in the morning? Why am I not hunting for chocolate at 9 p.m.? That's the payoff, not willpower, better signals. But even when you know it works, life has a way of pinning you to the couch. Problem 1, the wardrobe wall. A huge mental block I see is the uniform barrier. You're already in your pajamas, or maybe you're still in your work heels, and the thought of digging out sneakers just for a 10-minute stroll feels like an exhausting extra step. You think, if I'm not in workout gear, it doesn't count, so why bother? The solution is to embrace pajama walking. This isn't a gym session, it's a metabolic signal. You don't need a sports bra or Nikes. Walk in your slippers, walk in your socks, walk in your house dress. If you can move from the table to the fridge, you're dressed well enough for this. We are looking for movement, not a fashion statement. Problem 2, the productivity guilt. Then there's the feeling that walking is a luxury you can't afford. You see the laundry, the unread emails. Your brain tells you that being productive is more important than a stroll. The solution is the active multitask. If your brain won't let you just be, then pair the walk with a task. Take that phone call on your feet, listen to your favorite podcast, or even pace the room while you dictate a grocery list into your phone. You're not losing 10 minutes, you're ensuring the next 3 hours are more productive because you've cleared the post-meal brain fog. So, what's the move? Minimum effective dose, 10 minutes after meals. If you can only do one walk, make it after your biggest meal, usually dinner. And if you want the fast results version, do 10 minutes after lunch and 10 minutes after dinner. That's it. Consistency beats intensity here. And please don't turn this into a punishment walk. You're not power walking so hard you can't breathe. If you're huffing, that's not a walk anymore, that's a workout. And for some women, that just adds stress on top of stress. Keep it easy. You should be able to talk. Now the practical how, so you actually do it. If it's dark outside or the weather's bad, walk inside. Hallway laps. March in place. Walk up and down the stairs for a few minutes. Do a lap around your living room while you listen to one song. I don't care. The magic is that you're upright and contracting muscle. And pair it with a trigger, like the moment you put your plate in the sink, you put your shoes on. No debate, because if you sit down for a second, it's over. Listen, now this is important. Common mistakes to avoid. 1, sitting immediately after meals and saving movement for later. Later doesn't hit the blood sugar spike that's happening right now. 2, trying to make up for it with one long workout. A 45-minute workout is great, but it doesn't replace the metabolic benefit of these tiny post-meal hits. And 3, walking too hard and then being more hungry afterward. Keep it easy, keep it short, keep it repeatable. Quick test for the skeptics. Do this after dinner for 7 days and track 2 things: energy 60 minutes after eating and cravings at night. If you remember nothing else, remember this. Sitting after meals is the fastest way to keep the roller coaster going. Walking is how you end it. And once this is locked in, we can finally talk about the real anchor habit, number 1. All right, number 1. And if you only fix one thing from this whole video, fix this. Stop snacking. Eat 2 or 3 real meals. Because here's the hard truth. In menopause, your body usually can't graze and stay lean anymore. You might have gotten away with almonds here, a latte there, a little protein bar, a handful of something while you're cooking. But those little bites keep you in a constant incoming fuel state. And the thing most people miss is this. Every time you eat, you create an insulin response. Not just cookies, not just bread. Every bite. The size of the response changes depending on what you eat, but the pattern matters. If you're eating 6, 8, 10 times a day, insulin never really gets a break. And when insulin stays high too often, fat loss feels like pushing a shopping cart with a bad wheel. Everything takes more effort and you still don't go straight. But even with the best intentions, 2 hidden habits usually keep that shopping cart wheel stuck. Problem 1, the scrap tax snacking. This is the most common invisible habit I see. You aren't sitting down with a bowl of chips, you're just cleaning up. You eat the last 2 bites of your grandkids' toast, the leftover crusts, or that final spoonful of yogurt so it doesn't go to waste. In your head, it's not a snack, it's just tidying. But your pancreas doesn't know the difference. It still pumps out insulin for every single tidy bite. The solution? Adopt the plate or nothing rule. If the food isn't part of your intentional sat-down meal on your plate, it doesn't go in your mouth. Your body is not a trash can for leftovers. If you didn't finish it at the table, either save it for your next meal or let it go. Protecting your metabolic window is more valuable than saving 3 bites of pasta. Problem 2, the bird eater backfire. Many of us are so afraid of calories that we eat a tiny, light lunch, maybe just some greens and a little tuna. By 3 p.m., your brain is screaming for energy. You try to be good, but you end up grazing on healthy nuts or crackers for the next 2 hours because you were legitimately underfueled. You think you have a willpower problem, but you actually have a meal size problem. The solution? Embrace the full signal meal. If you aren't full enough to comfortably make it 4 to 5 hours until your next meal, your lunch wasn't big enough. Don't be afraid to eat a larger, protein-heavy meal at noon. It is much easier for your body to handle 1 larger insulin spike at lunch than it is to handle 6 tiny spikes from 3 p.m. until dinner. This clicked for me when I started having women track one simple thing for 3 days. Not calories, just how many times they ate or drank calories. And almost everyone was shocked. Wait, that counts? Yes, creamer, kombucha, just a handful, the healthy snack. It all counts as an eating moment. So what's the goal? 2 meals if that feels natural, 3 meals if you need it. But no snacks in between. No, I'll just do a little something. You're trying to create clean breaks so your body can come down, calm down, and actually access stored fuel. Now, right now, you're probably thinking, Claudia, I'll get shaky. Maybe. If you've been on the blood sugar roller coaster, the first week can feel edgy. That doesn't mean you're broken. It means your body's used to quick hits. Here's how you make this work without white-knuckling it. Anchor every meal with protein. That's non-negotiable. Then add fiber. Vegetables, berries, beans if you tolerate them. Then add some healthy fat so you stay satisfied. When you do that, cravings get quieter. Not because you're strong, because your blood sugar stops doing backflips. And use the craving protocol instead of snacking. First, water and electrolytes. Second, wait 10 minutes. Third, if you can, take that 10-minute walk we talked about. Most cravings don't survive that combo. Common mistakes here? Liquid calories, protein bars that are basically candy, and grazing while you're making dinner. Also, skipping meals all day and then face-planting into snacks at night. If you're going to cut snacks, your meals have to be real. Quick test? Count your eating moments today. Be honest. Now cut that number in half over the next 2 weeks. If you were at 8, go to 4. If you were at 6, go to 3. That alone can change how your waist feels fast. And here she is. Look at Chloe now. Her stomach is flat, tight, and strong. She told me she finally feels like a woman again, not just a tired mom. If she can close the gap at 46, so can you. I'm Claudia. Let's zip up those jeans with confidence. The fitness industry hates this video. Click right here to see the secret supplements and exercises they're hiding from you. Thank you for watching. Please give a like and leave a comment.